Bro, I don't know if this is going to go well. This is going to be fucking terrible. I'm hoping to put this like straight to YouTube, hopefully. I'm hoping. From Twitch, so I'm just gonna start recording as well, just in case, we're gonna record just in case, right. So, you think you like knowledge? Well, I give you magical knowledge, I guess. Now, we're just going to be talking about the lore behind magic. I've been wanting to do this for a while. Hello. I'm going to say it now. Hello, I am Paul Metal Mace. I just go between Paul Metal or Paul. Either one. I am a big magic, knowledgeable, I would say knowledgeable, but magical guy. I love magic in all sense. Now, when I mean magic, I don't mean real life magic. Real life magic, it's cool and all. That is literally the real life of magic. You know, card tricks, fucking disappearing acts, and all that stuff. That's great. But what I'm talking about is magical lore in gaming or in fantasy in general. Now, I'm pretty down for this because I play a lot of fantasy games, and I watch a lot of fantasy films, from fantasy films to reading books of it as well. And ever since episode 100 of Moogaround, if you don't know what Moogaround is where this is getting streamed live over on Moogaround Radio on Twitch. And yeah, it's my podcast, and we just reached episode 100 of, it's a Final Fantasy 14 podcast. We just reached episode 100, and someone, when we did the episodes for episode 100, someone asked what was Moogaround looking to in the future. Moogaround's going to say the same. It's just it's literally it's about Final Fantasy 14. You know, it is mainly focused on Final Fantasy 14 and just talking with people of that community. And that's not going to change like anytime soon. But for me, I wanted to do a side project from that, still under the Moogaround name. Like, I'm not going to go do this on, say, another channel. Moogaround it's basically my bread and butter, and I want to grow it in many different ways. And having this side project that will go on YouTube, and it will stream, it's going to be like a podcast kind of type, where it's kind of just me talking about magic and the different types of magics in different games, and we will talk about how some are similar, how some are different, go into the lore of a particular magic, what I will pick, or I would ask someone to pick, and I will read up on it, you know, research it and stuff, and I will talk about it. Today I have chosen Blood Magic, which is one of my one of my favourite games, and that is Dragon Age. That is where it's from. Blood Magic is from Dragon Age, and the Dragon Age series has been right close to my heart. I talk about it like every day, quite literally every day. If you hear my mouse clicking, I'm sorry, because I do have other things on my other screen, so I've got like a bunch of other research and stuff. I got the wiki up and everything, so we can sit there and talk about it. But Blood Magic is by far my favourite type of blood magic. I would say because it is forbidden in the game. You still use it, but it is forbidden in the game and forbidden in the lore of Thedas. And I will obviously talk so much about it. I'm actually just going to quickly... So I do this live. I feel like me doing this live is a whole lot more... a whole lot more better than like doing anything else. You are going to hear my keyboard. I'm so sorry. Actually, no, you're not. No, you're not, because I can do other stuff. So you're gonna hear a lot. But I do podcasting technically for a living, and I still use the word or the thing it's kind of a back burner because I'm trying to think. My brain needs to get fast, you know. But blood magic is definitely. Blood magic is a. Ooh, I would say it's a kind of love of mine. I do support it. Well, I don't support it because I know it has a tide in the community when it comes to blood magic. Blood magic is basically you're not using mana or lyrium. You're using the very life essence of, say, a sacrifice or of the user. Okay, it would be yours. So if you want to use blood magic, you'd have like your health, your blood is the resource you're using. So in theory, yeah, but blood magic is a very strong magic because it's obviously direct from the blood, and there is magic in your blood. Okay, that's how you got to be magical in the first place. You know, and say you were going to sacrifice a mage, it would be way more potent because they already have magic in their blood. So that'd be great. You can't just grab like an everyday slave. Well, you can because their blood is still potent to make more powerful spells. That's what blood magic is. Technically, it's to what's the word for it? To explode? No, it's to enhance it. Make the spell enhancing. It's enhancing the spell to make it more powerful. In a sense, so it's cool, but it does have its like own kind of like side effects, I would say. But I have I read a lot, and I actually had a conversation about this on a Discord, and they said blood magic cuts you off from the Fade, but I've been reading, and nowhere has it said that. I could just be like not seeing it at all, or it makes your connection to the Fade like smaller, or like, you know, how saying you're getting what is the word for it? I'm losing my words. So say you could be like cut from the Fade, and that's where all your magic. That's how you become tranquil. So you're completely cut off from the Fade, and like you have no dreams, no ambitions, and all that. But we'll get into tranquil and tranquility. It's still magical because, yeah, it was just a way to stop. Okay, no. It's used to touch the Fade whilst casting spells, and it find it hard to enter the Fade. Okay, but it doesn't say hard to. Okay. So it's usually do not touch the Fade. So I don't know if that says, you know, you can't touch the Fade whilst you're using blood magic, but using other blood magic. I don't know. I don't know if I can. It could possibly be, but but that's how the Trevinta, if you don't know what fucking Trevinta is. Trevinta are the first ones who founded blood magic, which was Theodis. I'm gonna butcher names. I've never been really good with names. Like if it's not like, I don't know, 4 letters. Okay, Paul. Paul is the most easiest fucking name in the world. Like, Thanaton. It's bad. But he was like the first priest of Tevinter or Dormat. You know, he was the first person that had blood magic, and that's how blood magic became into Thedas. Because Thedas is the world, and Tevinter, you know. If you don't know Dragon Age, please like go like play the game, and like and read the books. The books are great as well. I've got a bunch of them over on my, what was it called? Fucking deck side table. And oh yeah, So I'm very nervous. I've been doing podcasting and like talking for so fucking long that I still get nervous with this. So this is the first episode, so it'll get better at some point. Blood magic is a school of magic, obviously. But yeah, it uses blood as fuel. So I've probably talked about this. So let's talk about history. First, to wield blood magic. Jesus Christ. Was this, and he was dedicated as the honorary Archon. Came to learn, present the old gods of Dormant, mages of the Imperial Chantry, aka the Trevenant Imperium, and more likely than blood magic was learned from ancient elves of Evelyn. I'm sorry. My pronunciations are terrible. When I played the game, or play the games many times over, the voice acting was so good because I understood it. But trying to say them, like, I'm dyslexic as well. Like, trying to say these words, are very, and I mean very, obtuse. I don't know if that's even a fucking word. But like, yeah, this is plus 18. I'm sorry, that was a fucking... I swear a lot. I am from the UK, and I do swear a lot. I'm not saying that all UK people swear. I just swear a lot because that's how I was brought up, and that's... You know, I'm weird. In a vague... I'm very weird. But the magical... It's not... Blood magic is... Well, is very, 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 and I mean very frowned upon. Blood magic in the sense of the essence of how blood magic is used is very frowned upon. Because what blood magic actually does, it opens the Fade. It opens it up so you can have anything come through. Okay, demons who live in the Fade can just come out like that. So it's very dangerous and can... In a sense, you can use blood magic to possess... or to get demons to possess people. Which is absolutely terrible. But you can use blood magic in all different types of ways, not just that. Like in... Dragon Age 2, Meryl, she uses blood magic to take off a ward, a garden ward that, you know, a defensive barrier ward that was blocking your path. And, you know, and she used her own blood for that. She didn't use anyone else's, she didn't sacrifice anyone. You know, she used her own blood, her own blood, which... In a sense, I still find that cool because you would say blood magic is a very, you know, you use later on, like, or in a dire situation, you would use blood magic to get out of like hefty situations. But in find that like not a lot of people research or, you know, use it because they will get killed on the spot by a Templar. It is very, you know, if you even use it, even study it, even, you know, talk about it, you will get clapped. Like, you will get you are not living that day or ever. You're just dead. But there are obviously mages, and that's why a lot of mages, if they do research it, like probably like what I would probably do is just hide it, and then, you know, it would come out, and then, you know, it'd be like a fucking... Then I just have to run and hide forever. But how obviously blood magic became... Not became blood magic because it was always there, but how it kind of entered Theodos was obviously the Trevenant Imperium. The guy who ran it, he knew of it. He studied it. He used it a lot. And that's how the first Darkspawn, and then that's how the first Darkspawn were actually made, is because they entered the Tevinter Magisters. These guys entered the Golden City. They went into the Fade, and that's how they used blood magic. They used blood magic to get into the Fade, go up to the Maker's Temple, the god of Thedas, the Maker, his temple, Andraste's temple, just to find out that there's no one in there, and then they got corrupted, and that's how they turned into Darkspawn. Darkspawn are a whole fucking another creation. They're evil. They're evil. I'll give you a TLDR of what Darkspawn are. They have like Bed Witness and Impossible Joining. Basically, they're tainted. They're tainted humans or tainted people. Darkspawn. See, Darkspawn. Is it like a TLDR? Yeah, the Darkspawn are a race of humanoid tainted creatures that mostly dwell in the undergrounds of Thedas. They are believed to be soulless. When the Darkspawn uncovered one of the old gods, they exposed to the taint, changing into an archdemon, which leads them into attack against the surface world called the Blight. There you go. There's TLDR of Darkspawn. Okay, the Darkspawn are perhaps the single greatest threat towards Thedas. They are bloodthirsty, especially when the winners was, and inscripted to kill, and corrupt all in their path. Basically, they're bad. They're like the plague. They're like it's technically like COVID right now. This was the wipe out. Basically, the Blight is literally a plague. Actually, a lot of plagues are called the Blight, but and that's and that's what it is. And we could go into more lore if you really want about Darkspawn and shit, and how Grey Wardens drink the blood of Darkspawn to become Hornets instead, because that's Grey Wardens is what you need to defeat a Blight. They can kill an Archdemon and all that. Okay, back to blood magic, and that's how blood magic technically helped bring the end of world, what is called a Blight. Okay. We're not talking about Darkspawn no more. We could go on and on about Darkspawn if we really wanted. Remember, guys, have a drink with you. Stay hydrated, because like me, your throat gets rather parched when you talk a lot. Sips water like a potion. Get those mana potions in you. So. It is condemned in the world. Blood magic is condemned in the world of Thedas, present day. Blood magic is described as being one of the most sinister types of magic. The efforts of the Chantry and the Templar Order is segmented to this forbidden discipline, over countless of years, and have all but eradicated its practice outside the Tevinter Imperium. So the Tevinter Imperium, they still believe. They don't condone it they don't condone it outright, because they do, because they use it to this modern day. They all use different types of blood magic. They use blood magic in researching other magics. That's what the Tevinter doesn't see no condemn of it, and that's what the Chantry and Templar Order don't like about that. Yes, there is a Chantry and Templar Order over in the Tevinter, but over in the Tevinter, magic rules over man. If you have magic, you can get into position and rule over man over in Tevinter. In Thedas, we don't want that. In Thedas, no one wants that. Do you know why? Because it's bad. You don't want people ruling people. Is stupid, honestly. Actually, no, it's not stupid. Everyone needs one leader to follow and show an example. But having, obviously, magic, magic is not, supposed to rule over man. It's supposed to, I messed up. It's supposed to, I had it here somewhere. Yeah, magic exists to serve man and never rule over him. Jesus. I don't know how I'm so scared doing these today, man. I am. Wait, what page are we on? What page? There it is. And yeah, it's magic is never supposed to rule over man, and that's what the Templar Order and Chantry have kind of squashed out, and that's why the mages rebelled. That's why mages rebelled, because the Templars were literally hands on throat, constant, you know. And a lot of people don't want that. You know, yeah. Magic is never supposed to serve a man, but most mages don't want to anyway. They just want to live normal lives, you know, go outside, fucking play in the trees, you know, have a wife and kids, you know, that kind of life. And that's why some I'm gonna say some, I say evil people. Magic doesn't make you evil, you know. It's the person that makes magic evil. You know, it's how you meet. Like, magic is not evil in the whole term. It's just how you use it that makes it evil. And that's why some of them obviously turn to blood magic, you know, demons and shit. And that's how you become a abomination. Because, yeah, it gives you a big risk when you use it, obviously, to become a... As a blood mage, you're basically calling on demons / Fade to kind of do your bidding, really. Like, honestly. And the solar system being the creation of phylacteries. Just like there are no evil Pokemon, just people who use Pokemon for emo, aka teamwork. Yeah, good analogy. Yeah, it's the same. For you people that like who listen to this, either on YouTube or whatever, this is live on Twitch. If you want to come, you can talk in the chat. We can have a conversation like that, because that's how I do stuff. I am a streamer first when it comes to this. I have never done anything to do with YouTube. I've always been a streamer first / podcaster. That is... It's like, shit, if I do this live, it's fine. You know? And that's what I'm doing. I'm doing it live, and we are recording it. So I'm either just going to, like, take this from Twitch and just take it straight to YouTube. So... it's interesting. It's very interesting. Where are we? Yeah, phylacteries. Though the art can be taught by a blood mage to an apprentice or self-taught, leave a manual. It can also be learned by contacting a demon. Which, yeah, so that's how you get to know a blood magic. Obviously, because most blood mage manuals have become eradicated, because obviously Templar Order and Chantry, they didn't want people to know blood magic, but I think it's like kept in like a special vault of research, I think. Which is probably, yeah, or contacting the demon, which is the risk of becoming an abomination. Now, if you play Dragon Age Origins, that's how you learn of blood magic, is where you're in Redcliffe and you're trying to save Connor, the son of the Arl. And Jowen, he is it Jowen? I think it's Jowen. Or Jowen. He is a blood magic. He is a blood magic. He is a blood mage. So, but honestly, I don't blame him. I know a lot of people said, "Oh, what he did, it was wrong," because he poisoned the Arl and all that shit, and he tried to teach Connor, who Connor isn't like he's a mage. I know that, and he got possessed by a demon, and how you don't get that demon to take to get out of Connor's body is like you basically make a deal with him, or make a deal with the demons. It's like, hey, you teach me blood magic. The thing to do was like, you teach me blood magic. No, they would teach you blood magic, and they will stay out of the boy for so and so years. I think it was like 4 or like 5, or like I think it was like 10 years, and then they'll come back. Which, me being me, I was always like, yeah, yeah, thanks. Thanks, I'll take blood magic now, thank you. And, I'd be a blood mage then. I was like... I don't think we really knew what happened to Connor. I think he went off to the circle, if I remember correctly. I haven't played Dragon Age Origins for a while, since it kept crashing on my PC. Which it still does to this day, and I don't know why. Because, fuck you. That's why. That's probably why. But that's how you learn to become blood mage, or if a blood mage teaches you. Which, that would be cool if a blood mage could teach me how to do blood magic, because that'd be cool. And common wisdom holds that there is no way to use blood magic with good intentions. Even blood mages who tap their own blood often find a need for the power of others. True. They also known to try and control others' minds and to summon demons, just as treacherous. That's why you don't summon demons as a blood mage, but that'd be cool though. So just summon demons, do your bidding for a while, and then send them back. Kind of how Inquisition, you have the mark, and you can open up portals to the Fade and shit, and suck in demons or suck out demons. Could, but if you can harness to that, you get demons to do your bidding. But obviously they can turn on you as well if you don't have the power to control them. Would be cool though. No doubt, would be really cool. So I've got to scroll down. There we go. And control minds of the others and some demons, just treacherous. Blood magic allows the veil to be opened completely, so that demons may physically pass through it into the physical world. Fear of blood magic has stagnated even some non-magical fields of research, like autonomy studies. Autonomical. Shit, man, I'm fucking terrible at these. However, not all see blood magic as inherently evil despite its scenarios, or the stereotypes that blood magic is limited to madmen and monsters. Well, I'm pretty mad, honestly. This is not factually true. Solus from Dragon Age Inquisition, states that the blood magic is no worse than any other magic if properly used. Mages such as Meryl also see no harm in the discipline as so long as blood is tapped from oneself or a willing participant. That does not lead to a sacrifice or another life. So say, hey buddy, can I just use your blood a minute, but it's not going to kill you, just to, enhance something. That's cool. Or just use your own. Which I like. I think that'd be pretty cool. Right, where are we? Blood magic not necessarily to be used for wicked purposes, rather it can be used for nobler purposes. Ferelden's Blood Band, for example, is an old Cods cult with a blood mage leading them. The head mage uses his magic for the good of the group, protecting them, healing their crops and their bodies. See, that's what I would use blood magic for. I guess I could sit there and be like, oh Paul, you just like that because you like vampires. In a sense, yes, I do like vampires, and true, but I don't think vampires healed people. But yeah. In exchange, the members of the blood band, known as bleeders, provide him with their blood. Though it remains as violent and self-destructive purposes. Many see blood magic as the often form of magic that is truly free, since it's tied to the physical, not favours of spirits or demons. Okay. Some believe it can be used either so long as it is not abused or becomes a crutch. Also true. I would always see blood magic as a last resort / maybe in the moments, you're heavily wounded, and if I don't heal you, you could die. I'll just use some of my magic, some of my blood magic. There you go, you're healed. Which again, it's pretty good. You could, I mean, you could say you could use, say, okay, this is a speculation. So you could use an old person, You know, they're slow. You know, they're dying a little bit, and they want to use their bodies for the greater good. You could use it, say, for the blood band, who basically, you know, it's Varrock was saying, use the magic to heal crops, bodies, protect them, and all that shit. I think that would be good. I guess the person will feel like a sense of like, I'm doing this for the people I loved and stuff, and then they can just after, I don't know. But obviously, blood magic does use obviously the more of how they died. Like, should they die gruesome deaths, or you know, like that? It powers it up a lot more. So you know, could be good. I think it would be good anyway. Yeah, we just read that one. Okay. Even if the application of blood magic may not be eternally hindered, the chantry recognise it as dangerous of its use, and strictly forbids the use of blood magic as part of its formal doctrine. Yeah. Mages used as blood magic are labelled Malify or Malachi. Malachi? I fucking hate trying to say that word. I just call it Malify or Malachi. Yeah. And are hunted by the Templar Order, which creates the purpose of controlling mages, killing demons, and hunting down apostates. Generally, all known Malachis are killed on sight. So, you know, I'd probably be killed on sight. But, you know, the games, even if you took the blood mage spec... If you took the blood mage spec for in Dragon Age Origins or Dragon Age 2, it didn't really enhance the story. Like, Templars didn't come kill you. You know, even though they knew, like, party members didn't really, you know. I think it would have been cool if it did that a little bit more in the story. But, you know. In Dragon Age 4, if blood magic does come back, say like I could use it as a spec, which would make me happy, because that would be my canon shtick. I think that'd be cool. I'm just saying. And for all you know, my canon is Necromancer. Necromancer, Dorian Lover. I'm gonna leave it at that. That's my canon. Well, yeah. Evil Malachi hunted down. Yeah. Doing this, Malachi kill on sight. All apostates are hunted, regardless of their origin, with the chantry reasoning that any mage left unsupervised by the Chantry or the Templars will ultimately succumb to the temptation of blood magic. Again, why? Like, I don't know why they would do that, honestly. Oh well, okay. They're scared of mages. I understand that. We all understand that they're scared of mages or any type of magic. But to some temptation of blood magic. So say a mage that's just chilling with the family. Just chilling. Don't really give a shit about their magic. Yeah, a lot of mages out there don't honestly care. Like, if you go around the NPCs of like mage NPCs, like, they're just like, you know, don't really like it. that don't really like don't really like magic that much. You know, it's very weird, like, to say like the least. Sorry, I had to take another drink. My throat. Let's see. The overall reasoning in the major about blood magic, whilst all apostates are not known necessarily for malakaj. Again, probably fucking butchering that. The chantry appears to go to great lengths to make it seem so, and significant numbers of rogue mages turn to blood magic outright of desperation to survive or escape imprisonment. Again, which is true. They just want to live and they just want to be free. Just chill. The Circle of Magi endeavours to supervise all individuals with the gift of magic from a young age to ensure none of them tap into the Forbidden School. However, even their consult supervisions allows the occasional Malifaux to slip through their fingers and out into the world. Again, true, because of Jowen. Still don't know how fucking Jowen even got out of the the circle. Like shit. It was just he just did one spell and that was it. Where were the rest of all the Templars? Like, hello? Whatever. Okay, so now we're going over to the Trenchford Interperium. Yeah, I'm not good with words, like pronunciation of words, but Tevinter Imperium. Blood magic is officially discouraged, but it is widely, if quietly, practiced there. Since Adrastate specifically spoke against blood magic, it has been removed from public ceremonies and is not formally taught from the Imperial circles. So this is nowadays Imperium, not the olden days before the Blight. So, yeah. However, since most heroes of most heroes of Tevinter folklore used or benefited from blood magic, the practice does not carry as much stigma as it does anywhere else. The traditions of blood magic are quietly passed from the master to the apprentice, and even the most devoted mages knows at least a little blood magic. Okay. According to Fenris, the good man, the Imperial Templars have to stop magicians when they cross the line. To elaborate, Tevinter does not consider the most moderate use of blood magic inherently dangerous, e.g. the use of one's own blood or a willing participant. The moderate use of blood magic can only be garnered so much power, however. The line is crossed when mages start using sacrifices and demon summoning, and it's safe to assume any mage of rank does the forbidden kind behind closed doors, whilst the others are quietly shut out of the power. Those who protest against such widespread use of blood magic are blackballed from power and shunned by other magistrates. So in other words, if you cross the line, say obviously start like using sacrifices and demon summoning, it's your rank is slipped. You will not gain any more power. You will not get any more power from the Tevinter Imperium, and other magistrates would be like, dumb fuck. bitch, get out of here. Okay, so that's kind of the present day Thedas like situation that blood magic is, and in the Triprium, yeah. The history, well, I've kind of gone over the history a little bit. So now we're going to spells and powers. So basically, if you don't know what I'm looking for, I'm looking at the Dragon Age wiki, kind of just reading stuff off that, and kind of commenting here and there. No, it's, I don't know. If you enjoy it, leave a like. Remember to subscribe. Scribbles. I don't know. That just sounds fucking cringy as shit. If you like it, then just enjoy it, I guess. I don't know. Like, fuck, this shit's free. Jeez, I ain't doing this for money. I'm having a good time myself. Actually, we're talking about magic. Magic excites me, and a lot more people should, like magic. Because magic. Yeah. Okay, so we're looking at the power of blood magic. First and foremost is the practice of using blood life itself as potent fuel for casting spells. This life may be supplied by either the mage or sacrificers. Either willing or unwilling, such as the use of blood magic, often allows a mage to cast spells that would otherwise be beyond the ability of any other mage, or require the use of lyrium. The magistrate of ancient Imperium were known to keep numerous slaves on hand as blood sacrifices for particular or dosed casting. Probably said that word wrong, because I'm good at that. A practice that is perpetrated by some blood mages in the present day. It should be noted that more violent the pain or death used in blood magic, the more powerful the spell becomes. I just pressed that badly. Need to scroll back up. Okay, we're here, cool. Originally, the blood magic was not considered a school of its own, rather it was a means to augment spells from any other school. Again, I said this earlier, it augments. In time, however, magistrates discovered that certain spells that only be formed by using the power of blood, such as blood wound / hemorrhaging. So I got blood. Can I click that? Aha. Haha. Blood wound is a mage spell from Blood Mage Specialist in Dragon Age. Just have like, the information that is required from this. It has like area effect. Is there like any information? Description. Here we go. So the blood of all hostile targets in the area boils within their veins, inflicting several damage. Severe damage. Sorry. Targets stand twitching, unable to move unless they pass a physical resistance check. Creatures without blood are immune. See, that's just cool. I'm just saying that's cool, but it's also very frightening. All your blood burns, and you're like, oh shit. It's very cool though. It's very cool. You can see how I'm like a popular Satanist. Let's have a look at the other one, hemorrhaging. I think hemorrhaging is from Dragon Age 2. Yeah, it's basically the same thing, just with a different name. This spell corrupts the blood of all foes in the target area, inflicting damage over a short duration with gradings of armor and damage restriction. Yeah, so yeah. That's still cool though. It just had a different word. Of course it did. Now where the fuck you've took me, you wee bastard. Why don't you scroll all the way down? There we go. And we're here. Okay, cool. And whilst lyrium may be used to send the individual's waking minds of mages into the Fade, blood magic can be used to find the sleeping minds of others. There then lies the heart of one of blood magic's most potent and dangerous abilities to influence and even take control of the actions of other beings. The Litter of Athrum. I'm bad at words. Lithium of Athrum. Lithium of Athrum is a plot item in Dragon Age Origins received during the Broken Circle. What does it do actually? The power to stun and stop demons. The name has the power to stun demons and stop mind controlling blood magic if it's used at the moment of the spell cast. Okay. I'm fucking well bred. So does that mean vamps are immune? See, now that's a good question. Okay, let's look. Do vampires have blood? Some vampires must drink blood to survive. They do this by biting people or animals on the neck with their 2 long fangs. People who are killed by having their blood drunk by vampires may also become vampires. See? It does say, they must drink blood to survive, but do they have blood? That's not answer my question, does it? Since there are plenty of partly human, possessing of human bodies, they do have blood, but it's a little different from the kind of blood human has. A vampire... Oh, okay. So we're just... we're going off to a whole other topic here. Vampire... just plenty humanized because of blood. A little different from the kind of blood human has. A vampire's blood isn't good for another vampire. It is a nutritious and lackluster verse of protein, which is present in responsibilities. Okay, that was a little... I guess, maybe. I guess it would work because technically they still have blood, but it's not like the type of blood that humans have. And it only says here that obviously creatures without blood are immune, so technically vampires have blood. Technically, a lot of people are saying that they have blood. Or at least they drink blood, so it's got to be, like, obviously in there for a little bit. Maybe, if you use that, maybe it can boil their blood inside, maybe? I mean, that's... So would vampires be able to beat blood mages? Who knows? That's a very good question. That's a very good question. That would be pretty cool. But that is a very good question. If you could, so vampires drink blood anyway, so it's going to be in their system anyway. So I don't know how long it would take, say, a vampire to absorb the blood, maybe. Because I know there's a whole different type of like vampires out here. I was just making conversation is all. Lol, just a thought. Wait, hey. No, and then you got me thinking, it's like, could blood magic technically be... It depends on what kind of vampire I take it. Like, is it like an Oblivion, or like a Skyrim vampire? Because technically they still have blood. Or is it, say... vampires have blood, so yeah, I would say they're affected by it. I know some vampires, if they get like cut, they're stiff to like heals like straight away, and like no blood. But no, okay. So I'm like going through my head of what most vampires I've seen from movies, games, and that, and most of them have bled at some point, but their wounds heal up like really quick because they're vampires and they're like immortal. But I guess you could use, say, blood wound / hemorrhaged. I'm just gonna call it blood wound, and it's gonna hurt them, so it's gonna do like constant state of damage. Like they are gonna feel like all the pain, I think. Now see, if we get a blood mage and a vampire and tell them to fight each other, we could do an experiment. But unfortunately, how none of these things exist would be very hard. Unless someone wants to make a game and do it for us, then please, by all means. That's a very good question. Very good question. Where were we? Oh yeah, mind control. Yes, blood magic can also be used to do mind control, and there is obviously the Gargantuan counter to this mind control. Basically, it's like a book or something, or a scroll. Cool. Blood magic can also be used to summon demons into the corporate world manifested physically, e.g. shades, since can be bound to a mage's will or by possessing a host of body, living or dead. Demonic oppression of the living, the living precedent abominations with abominations Whilst possessed of a corpse, result in one of the living dead, or a creature whom or the strength and the ability depends on the power and type of the host. We kind of saw this in Dragon Age Inquisition. Again, if you haven't played Dragon Age Inquisition, you're probably not going to get this, but or Dragon Age in general, because Dragon Age is where blood magic is from. I guess I'll talk about that in a minute. But you saw this in Dragon Age Inquisition, so it's not good. Basically, you kill the host anyway, but they're just possessed by a demon. It's bad. It is bad. However, the demons will possess, kill, or completely ignore the blood mage who has summoned them. Often, however, the demons will possess, kill, or completely ignore the blood mage who summoned them there. Okay, it is possible to influence the creature of the Fade to do one's bidding by forcing them into servitude via their intimidation, or pledging one's heart to them. Never do that. Never do that at all. Demons, for example, rely little in the way of bribery. Their nature state is rather longing for the world of flesh and blood. If a mage is strong, a demon will seek to possess him or her, not through force, but through guilt or whatever. Is it guilt or glide? But basically, through cunning and, just talking to them, really. Or, most mages that do succumb to demons under stressful situations say, they might get killed by a Templar. Or, they might get made tranquil or something. Yeah, something like that. Or just want more power, or it happens. It literally does happen. And where were we? I've lost. There it is. Should a mage offer them a recompense from their eternal search for true life through a deal, a mage can negate a demon's competition for a time, though. Should one be aware that demons are well versed in the art of manipulation? Yeah. And it will seek to possess the mage at any time. Should the demon get the upper hand, it will result in the mage becoming an abomination. If enough lives are sacrificed, a blood mage may use the corpse of the sacrifice to turn one's self into a harvester. Now, what's a harvester, you say? Harvesters are monstrous creatures made from corpses and powered by blood magic. They sustain themselves on the dead, whether long deceased or fleshly killed. Yeah. Very bad. Very bad. Not good. Not very good. Yeah, the parents are in Dragon Age Origins. Yeah, they're very freaky. If you wanna Google it and find a picture, they are very gruesome. Very cool, and very annoying to kill because they're an elite. Really annoying. Okay. The most powerful magisters who regain of reside at the height of Ancient Imperium were even able to use blood magic to physically cross the veil into the Fade. There we go. A feat which required a ritual sacrificing countless slaves and over two-thirds of the lyrium in the entire empire. Jesus, that's a lot of fucking lyrium. It's a shit ton of lyrium. Like 2/3 of lyrium of the entire Thedas. Like Jesus. So common cleared. The true cost, however, came when the Magisters failed to conquer the Golden City and instead returned to Thedas as what the Chantry believes to be the first Darkspawn. The Chantry believes their actions unleashed a blight and had tainted upon all of Thedas. Yeah. Alright, what magic? Ironically, blood magic has been one of the few ways to cure the taint. A Grey Warden blood mage, Alice was able to purify a clutch of griffin eggs by using blood magic to draw their taint into herself. Imposed to creatures that all creatures. Oh, that's pretty cool. They had little to anchor the taint, unlike mature organisms. That's pretty cool. Also, Meryl was able to purify a tainted alluvian with blood magic. You know what alluvian is? Alluvian is a gateway. You see that in Dragon Age 2 and Dragon Age Inquisition. It's a magical mirror of elven origin. Alluvian is a seeing glass. It's a magical mirror, in other words. And you can go and you can like walk into it, and yeah, it's pretty cool. Here we go. Ancient lore and present day events hint that blood magic holds the key to incredible power, yet undreamed of or long thought lost. Such as power generally requires a terrible sacrifice. However, a debt paid in blood at cost of lives of others, or the blood mage, or even one's own humanity, such as whilst magic itself is merely a conversational tool, it is by far one of the most dangerous means to an end in the realm of Thedas. Blood magic, man. Blood magic, it's dangerous. With the, I like it personally. I like the means of blood magic because you can use it in good ways, like healing, grand crops, such as. But how obviously other people used it, mass sacrifice, go into the Golden City, and then become fucking tainted as shit. It's pretty stupid. But making people's blood boil, I just think so cool because you're technically killing them from the inside. I just think it's cool. Takes a drink. I could go to their involvement. That in theory, like, it's where are the skills? Can I look at the skills? Slayed by blood magic. And the codex, forbidden score responsibilities. Can I look at the actual skills, my man? Okay. Yeah, we'll have to scroll up. Scroll up and I'll look for the skills so we can look at. And just kind of see what the skills spells. We'll go to origin first. Will it show me blood magic? Aha, blood magic. Here we go. So, blood magic is cool. School of Magic, seen blood magic. Okay. Oh god. Pressing buttons, don't mind me. Now it's going to give me what I was just on. So basically, you cannot get healed when, say, in blood magic. It's like a sustained mode, as we see here. Shushun, for as long as this mode is active, the caster sacrifices health to power spells instead of expelling mana, but effects the heal of the blood mage are much less efficient than normal. Healing effect modified by 9%, so basically minus 9%, so you cannot heal. That's why you'd usually go for more health in a build of blood magic. You would probably try and put. Thank you, Jeff, for your contribution. The health cost of a spell is 10% lower than the mana cost, which is quite nice. Conjure times at 1 second. It's pretty nice. Equip any of the following items: Blood Ring, Robothanos, Blood Promise, or Satisfies precisely improvement blood magic effect, which lowers the health cost by 25%, resulting in the health cost at 60% of the origin mana cost. This effect does not stack with itself. That's pretty cool. So you can get like stuff like help. Blood control. Let's look at blood control. Here we go. The Blood Mage forcibly controls the target's blood, making the target an ally for the caster, unless it's passing obviously a mental resistance check. If the target resists, it takes great damage from the manipulation of its blood. Creature without blood are immune, obviously. That's where blood magic comes, you know. That's why blood magic does not get healthy for you. That's what I'm saying. It's blood magic. Blood magic. Oh yeah, get in here. Obviously, here we go. Got blood sacrifice. The blood maid sucks the life force from an ally, healing the caster, but apparently killing the ally. This healing is not affected by the healing penalty of blood magic. Again, if you had like a usually use it on your tank, because your tank's gonna be tanky there. It was pretty fucking cool. Like honestly, it was pretty cool. Okay, so let's look at Dragon Age 2. Look at Dragon Age 2 specializations. There you go. Come on, get on. Because I think they did they do it differently? I don't think they did do it differently. Oh no, they did. Blood magic was still a thing you could use. But it had like Grave Robber. Now the Blood Mage consumes the residual life force from nearby enemy corpses to regain health. Like I thought that was pretty cool. Gain health like from people around you, so that's pretty cool. It had an upgrade as well. Grave Robber now drains a small amount of health from living enemies as well, using that energy to heal the mage. Creatures without blood were immune, so spirit damage, it did pretty good. I thought this was pretty good, like the Grave Robber one. I think they did better than Origin there, because you still have Sacrifice where you can suck it from allies. But this one you could get from like corpses and from people if you took talent at level 12, which was cool. Like I thought that was great, you know. Like harness from the power of dead bodies. But I guess it was that like that was like a little bit more vampire-y kind of thing, or like necromancy kind of thing. And then obviously you had sacrifice, where it sacrificed from allies, and see that thing was like the mage gains more health than the party member loses. So that's pretty cool. So casting the ally falls, the blood mage gains even more health. Oh, lovely. Then you had Hemorrhage, what is basically Blood Wound. Yeah, corrupts the blood of all foes in the target area, inflicted damage over a short period of time. Again, was cool. And they got the Paralyzing one. Now inflicts more damage and it immobilizes enemies. I think that's so cool. So fucking cool. And you got Blood Slave. The mage enslaves the target, forcing it to fight alongside the party member. Which, if the victim dies, has the creature without a blood are immune, obviously. But it had blood splatter. When so, I think this is really cool. Like when this is a really cool kind of upgrade. So when a blood slave dies, it explodes into a shower of gore that damages all nearby enemies. I just think that's fucking cool. Just explode. It's basically like a walking bomb spell, but not like doing spiritual damage. It was just blood damage. It was pretty cool. But yeah, that's kind of the history of blood magic. Now, I would say blood magic was not used in Dragon Age Inquisition. It was talked about in Dragon Age Inquisitions in some of the not so much story, but more in what's the word for it? More like the banter, side quest kind of thing, character story arc kind of thing. It was more used in there, but I would say so. Obviously, we're the knowledgeable magical lore. That was literally the lore of blood magic. Now comes the part of the I don't really want to call it a show, a segment of our a segment of our little video here where we talk about what blood magic is in other games. Blood magic, say, in other games is more particularly close to being a warlock. Now, warlocks, say, in WoW, have... we'll probably talk about that on another episode if I keep going with this. But warlocks are kind of the same as blood magic, or blood mages, because they obviously take power from demons, open up the Fade and all that. But they do it differently, where they're just consumed by power constantly. That's what Warlock is. They just want power. They just want power. They just want all the power, from demons, and call upon demons for their helps and like minions and shit. That's what from the WoW one. And where else could they be? Oh my god, there's also blood magic, blood mages in Divinity 2. I'm just having a real quick look, for. See. Sure, whatever. In Divinity 2, the more close blood mages is a necromancer build. So the blood mage is a necromancer build that relies on the high intelligence and cool chance to deal massive damage, unlike any other mages. The blood magic deals physical damage, much like a warrior or rage, but generally have very good armor. Okay. Okay, so now this is... Okay, here we go. Blood Mage, get Necromancer skills, Shackles of Pain, Raining Blood, Bloodsucker, Mosquitoes, Decaying Touch, Bone Cage, Bloodstorm. Okay, so it's very Necromancer. Like, I would see this as like a Necromancer when it can't, say, like Diablo Necromancers also turn to blood magic. But Necromancer also has the abilities to raise the dead and shit like that. Where in blood magic you don't. It's still really good though. Still really cool. But it's still like they would tie, say, a blood mage or blood magic to Necromancer. And the Necromancers don't really have. And Dragon Age, Necromancers are really different when it comes to... Let's go to Dragon Age Inquisition. Necromancer, there we go. These mages specialize in binding the spirits that are drawn to death. They can put fear of death into enemies, bringing spirits to fight on their behalf, even causing devastating explosions when their enemies die. So, and this doesn't talk about blood magic, does it? No, this is kind of the fear and stuff. It has like Death Siphon. Every time like an enemy dies, you regain both health and mana. So that's pretty cool. Power of Death. Killing enemies attracts spirits. That increases the power of your spells. Yeah, no, I don't think this. This is more like Necromancer is. We'll probably talk about that at some point, like the Necromancer or Necromancy. We'll probably talk about as kind of lore. Maybe we'll probably get into it, but yeah, I don't know. I don't think it has parts. I would say of blood magic, but it doesn't like you don't sacrifice anything, and that's what blood magic is kind of like. It's like you have to sacrifice something to have that power. Say, you know, I would have to use some of either my blood, or I have to sacrifice someone to go, your like big fireball or some shit like that. You know, and it enhances that fireball to make it even bigger or something, or some shit like that. I don't know. That's really, really bad annotation. But yeah, no, it's very interesting. And necromancy isn't that frowned upon, I don't think. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's not that frowned upon, I guess. I guess. I don't know, I haven't really looked into that. I'll probably like research that at some point. Or not at some point. If I ever do a video on it, I'll probably research it. But interesting. Very, very interesting. But yeah, no, I would definitely say it's more than like a warlock kind of thing. I think it takes bits and bobs out of a warlock. Let's see. WoW warlock. Lore. I spelled lore wrong. Lore names. Yes, actually, we could just read that TLDR. As a channelers, warlocks are essentially magical practices known as a necromancers or necromancers, and do what all warlocks do. They channel forbidden powers, the power of the shadows, following the Burning Legion, as acolytes followers, and seek unsettled fey-based magics or use of fell magic. Okay, they're a little bit like blood magic. I think. I know they can channel the essence and make their power stronger by sacrificing someone, as seen by Gul'dan in WoW. I must say, warlocks are cool. But blood magic, I think we kind of got the gist of what blood magic is. It is a forbidden art, and yeah. But okay. Despite blood magic being banned in almost entirely of Thedas, the Grey Wardens occasionally use it as a means to fight the Darkspawn. This is confirmed by a warden speaks with Duncan on the topic during the Magi Origins. Yeah, so the Grey Wardens, the Grey Wardens are a whole other thing. Grey Wardens are literally. Let's see if we can description. Yeah, it is. The Grey Wardens are order of warriors of all expected abilities to dedicate fighting Darkspawn throughout Thedas. Their headquarters are very placed. Their headquarters in. They are headquartered in the very place of their founding. Weishaupt Fortress in the Anstrafels and the maintained nation. Yeah. The Grey Wardens are known for ignoring a recruit's racial, social, national, and even criminal background if they deem the person of value to terms of character, ability, or skill. Yeah. So yeah, there you go. They do not care. They do not care. Like, if you pure blood mage, you can become a Grey Warden if you really want to. And some of the Grey Wardens even use blood magic if you played Inquisition. So yeah, hopefully we see more of this actually. The Weinselp Fortress in Dragon Age. In Dragon Age 4 actually. I'd like to see that. The Maker smiles sadly on his Grey Wardens, so the Chantry says, as no sacrifice is greater than theirs. Their motto, in war and peace. No, in war, victory. In peace, vigilance. In death, sacrifice. I'm a big fan of Grey Wardens. Grey Wardens are my favourite. It is like, if you follow me on Twitter, my thing is literally Warden Pool. And yeah, it's Warden QER Metal as an inside joke of streaming. So that was the first episode of Knowledgeable Magical Lore, where we talk about magic. All different types of magic in gaming, fantasy, and yeah. Today's topic was blood magic, and I hope you enjoyed that. You can follow me on Twitter if you really want, at PaulMeller1. You can also follow Mooga Around Radio at Mooga Around on Twitter as well. If you want to see Final Fantasy stuff, that is where we record a podcast for Final Fantasy 14. If you really want to take a gander at that, or you're thinking about getting into Final Fantasy 14, I would give that a listen. But yeah. And for me, I love magic in all sense of ways. I'll probably do some magic about Final Fantasy if I do seem so fit. I'm probably going to pick another magic from Dragon Age, and that's going to be Keeper magic. I'm going to get all my favourite ones out of the way first. If you don't know what Keeper magic is, so Keepers are what Dalish elves leaders are. They're keepers and they're very magical and they have magical properties, and we'll talk about the magic they use. Well, it could be all types. So yeah. Also Twitch, we'll go around radio on Twitch where I stream, and so does my co-host Chili. I don't know if you'll see Chili on this prologue. not prologue. This episode thing. I wanted this to be a kind of a me thing, where I talk about things I love. That's just not about gaming, it's about magic. And yeah, I'm very laid back. I may have guests on at some point if we want to talk about magic, and I might make those episodes where I grab a bunch of other people from different types of games who also love magic. If you're one of those people, awesome. I do have a Discord. You can find that on the Twitch page, and if you want to join that and ask questions about magic, and you want me to talk about a certain type of magic that you're interested in and I haven't already done a video on it, then please give me a message, give me a comment, I guess. I don't do YouTube that much. But yeah. If you enjoy this, I guess leave a like and maybe a subscribe. No, I don't do YouTube. I literally don't do YouTube. This is just a way to put this up that is not Twitch. So yeah. I'm going to upload this now. Have a great time. Goodbye. Have a great day. And remember, stay safe out there, because magic is one hell of a drug. That was my shittest outro. Okay, that was great. So stupid. I'm going to end the stream now. Good day.